They're vulnerable with their heads down at the water and move swiftly on. As the midday heat sets in, many in Pafuri seek out water. The afternoon is especially busy on the banks of the Luvuvu. The river draws all of Pafuri's diverse life, including some that are rarely seen elsewhere on the continent. Nyala are particularly shy antelope, sticking to densely wooded areas, usually near water. The riverine forests here are perfect habitat for them. As thirsty as they may be, they're cautious around the water. This is crocodile territory. Across the river, a female Nyala has arrived with her 2 offspring. They're just as cautious as the males, and for good reason. The young croc is probably too small to catch the mother, but it might stand a chance against the fawn, and they're not taking any risks. Downstream, the shaggy waterbuck have arrived with their young too. Even in the winter, temperatures can top 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The soft, moist sand offers some cool relief. Most of the water come with company, but an old buffalo bull has arrived alone. He's retired from the competition of herd life and no longer has to wait for hundreds of herd mates to quench their thirst before he moves off. He's not the only old male on the banks. The warthog boar's huge facial lumps are testament to his age. Having quenched his thirst, he turns his attention to food. Green grass is hard to come by this deep into the dry season, and the warthog seize the opportunity for a good meal. The riverside growth is a valuable source of food. For some, the banks provide a special treat. The seed pods of an acacia tree are a favorite snack for Chakma baboons. With arms as long as their legs, baboons have evolved to walk on the ground more than any other monkey. But but the youngsters are completely comfortable in the tree, even as they pick their way between the thorns. For all the animals, the river offers food, water, and some relief from the afternoon heat. For the birds, the enduring flow serves another crucial purpose. Most birds must bathe to keep their feathers in tip-top condition for flying. The river is one of the few places they can do so at this time of year. And they take full advantage of the cleansing flow. A white-crowned lapwing indulges in an afternoon bath. Bathing isn't the only important part of feather maintenance. Others along the river preen to remove dust and parasites and carefully organize each feather into its proper place. A woolly-necked stork is one of the bigger birds on the river today, but it's dwarfed by its cousin, the saddle-billed stork. It towers at 5 feet tall. Like all other creatures, big birds are drawn to the levuvu by the allure of water. An 11-pound white-backed vulture makes daily trips to water to drink and bathe. But among all of Pafuri's birds, one species rules the roost. As their name suggests, African fish eagles specialize in catching fish. Unlike the smaller birds, the low-flowing river offers them little in the way of food here. But the eagles are resourceful. They prey on a variety of smaller life, including water birds. They're also fearless thieves, stealing prey from others as big as the saddle-billed stork. All this makes them formidable river mates for the other species. Like all here, they too must drink. The trickle of the river here is enough to satisfy the birds' needs, but there is one resident of Pafuri whose demands are far greater. Hippos need water deep enough to submerge their great bodies entirely. During the dry season, there are few places in Pafuri where this exists. Where the Levuvu meets the dry bed of the Limpopo, in Pafuri's easternmost corner, it has formed a natural dam deep enough for a pod of hippos. These huge animals have sensitive skins and spend most of their days submerged to escape the heat of the sun. This bull is in charge here. Should he need to assert his control, he can open his jaw to 150 degrees, bearing 20-inch long tusks. For now, he relaxes in the cool of the water with his pod. At the end of the Luvuvu, the riverbed of the Great Limpopo shines white under the afternoon sun. Known as Crook's Corner, this point forms the border between three countries: South Africa to the southwest, Zimbabwe to the northeast, and Mozambique to the east. Here the Luvuvu River reaches its end. After flowing steadily eastward, it meets a boundary it cannot cross in the broad sandy bed of the Limpopo. For the creatures of Pafuri, the Luvuvu has done its job, providing water through another hot, dry day. As evening sets in, the waterbuck are back, grazing on the floodplain. They enjoy the cool, calm end of the day. The young elephant mother and her calf have found their herd as they emerge to cross the plain for a drink in the river. On the Luvuvu's banks, the baboon troop spends a little time by the water before heading into the treetops to sleep. The river is a picture of peace until the elephants get here. The cool, soft sand is welcome relief after the long, hot day. The Luvuvu's banks are the site of a reunion. The older calf from earlier has found its mother and enjoys the river by her side. The herd takes its time to refuel with food and water. As long as the Luvuvu continues to flow through this special reserve, Pafuri's creatures will thrive despite the rigors of the dry season. Sooner or later, heavy rains will come. The Limpopo will flow once more, and floodwaters will inundate the plains to spur new growth. Until then, the elephants and others will find all they need along the banks of the Pafuri's everlasting lifeline.